Bill 2023, also known as the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. Now, Prime Minister,
Respected members and citizens of our great nation, today this temple of democracy is going to get much holier because it opens its gates wider for our women. For 75 years, our women have been the backbone of our families and our villages and even our industries. They have reached Mars through our space programs and they have scored gold medals in our Olympics and led global corporations. Yet their voices remain few in the highest forum of decision making and their presence is missing. They are the silent architects of our progress, yet their voices remain few in the halls of power. Isn't it shocking that in this house of people, only a handful of members are women? We speak of Mother India, yet our mothers are waiting outside the door of policy making for too long. After 75 years of freedom, we are finally giving our women their rightful seat in the House of Parliament. This bill is not merely a step, it is a sankalp, a solemn vow to correct an historical injustice. It serves to remind us that a bird cannot fly with only one wing. India cannot become a superpower if its half of the population is kept away from leadership. When women lead, our villages prosper. When women decide, our policies become human. When women dream, India awakens. This bill reserves 33% of seats in Parliament and all the state assemblies for women, not as a charity, but as their fundamental right. Let us rise above the confines of politics. Let us heed the call of history and pass this landmark legislation unanimously.
Prime Minister, Mr. Arjun Ram Meghwal.
Honorable Speaker, sir, I rise to move that the bill further to amend the Constitution to be taken into consideration. Sir, this is an historical amendment. This bill seeks to reserve 1/3 of all seats in Lok Sabha and State Assemblies for women. In 3 new Article 330A and 332A in our Constitution, it includes seats reserved for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, ensuring that the most marginalized women brought to the forefront. For decades, we saw committees formed, discussions held, bills lapsed. We saw the dreams of women shattered by lack of political will. But today, under this leadership, we say no more waiting. This is not a gift, this is justice, delayed but not denied. The nation that worships Devi Durga cannot deny space to her daughters in power. So let the halls of Parliament echo with the voices of women from every corner of India. Thank you.
Order. Now, Leader of Opposition, Adil Ranjan Chaudhary.
Honorable Speaker, sir, the opposition welcomes this bill. We support women's reservation wholeheartedly. We salute every woman who made this possible. However, sir, I must ask you the uncomfortable questions that the government is hiding from. You talk of Nari Shakti, but you attach a law to this door of opportunity. The bill states that implementation will happen only after the census and delineation exercise. Why? I ask the government why. But implementation must not be delayed by census or delimitation. Why must women wait for another election cycle? This is like giving a post-dated check to a person in need of immediate funds. You are telling the women of India, you can have power, but not today, maybe in 2029. If we mean equality, let it be now, not later. Implement it for 2024 election cycle itself. Don't play with the emotions of the women of this country.
Order. Now, Karimoji of DMK.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. Sir, we have the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam before us. A bill with a grand name. A bill that promises the sky. Let me be clear. My bill. We have always stood for women's rights. But I must ask the government a simple question. In this celebration of Nari Shakti, have you forgotten the women who need it the most? I ask you, will there be space for OBC women in this reservation?
Speaker, sir, this is an attempt to stall the bill. We are giving reservation to all women. Why divide women by a caste? A woman is a woman whether she is OBC or general. She faces the same struggles.
Woman, that sounds very poetic, sir. But in reality, it is not the reality of India. Speaker, sir, my colleague across the exit speaks from a privilege. He does not see a woman having double burden. She fights for caste discrimination. If you do not create a sub-quota for OBCs, tell me who will fill these 33% seats? It will be women who already have social capital. Women from the upper caste, women weaving basket in the village, women from farming community. She will remain outside the house, looking in. Empowerment must be inclusive, or it is incomplete.
The Constitution only mandates SC or ST reservation. We are following the Constitution. Why are you adding new conditions now? You just want to delay the process?
Who's delaying, sir? You bring a bill in 2023, but you write in a fine print that will be implemented only after the sentence. Only after the deputation, that means maybe 2029 or maybe in 2034. You ask us not to divide women, yet you divide our right by creating a timeline that stretches to infinity. If you truly care, implement it now for incoming elections and include the OBC quota.
Mr. Rajesh Verma.
Honorable Speaker, I stand to support the idea of this bill, but I oppose its current structure. My colleague from the DMK, Kani Moziji, asked the vital question: will there be space for OBC women in this reservation? Sir, look at the reality of our society. If you reserve 33% without a sub-quota for other backward classes, then only women from elite, urban and privileged backgrounds will fill these seats. What about the daughter of a farmer? What about the woman working in the fields of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh? Empowerment must be inclusive or it is incomplete. We demand a quota within a quota. Without ensuring representation for OBC women, this bill is just for the rich and the powerful. Do not make this a basis of their life. We want social justice for all women.
Sir, before allowing me to speak on this historic occasion, on behalf of Indian National Congress, I rise to stand in strong support of Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. Sir, this is a profound moment in our democratic journey. History is not merely a collection of data. It is slow, deliberate realization of a present. This bill represents the culmination of a movement that the Communist Party initiated decades ago. It was our first representation of at the grassroots in our panchayats and nagarpalikas. While the initial path met with legislative hurdles, our results did not overwhelm, but of the foundational work. Now we see 15 lakh elected women transforming the rural and urban. But sir, the journey of Indian women had been long and it is from the quiet resilience in our villages to global skills of science, sports and government. She travelled far. The Indian woman possesses the patience of an ocean like river. She flows thrice like river for welfare of others, for seeking nothing for herself. She has nourished the nation with her labor, her intellect and her unwavering spirit. Today, while we welcome this bill, through you, Mr. Speaker, I must ask the government, Indian women have already waited 27 years for this justice. Why must they be asked to wait even longer? By trying this reservation of the completion of sense of determination, the government offering a promise today while pushing the reality into unseen future, How many more years they have to wait? 2, 6, 8 to hold this right hostage to future administrative exercises of the women. Further, sir, employment is only athletic when it is inclusive. The Congress party demands the bill implemented immediately. But we also insist a wider sub-quota where the granted representation of sisters from OBC communities. We demand the government to conduct a caste census and ensure that SC, ST, OBC women reserve their rightful shares of their 33% without their voices. This house remain an complete reflection of the soul of India. Don't make them wait even longer. Any further delays is great injustice. Let us pass this bill, but let us also remove the technical obstacles of sense and deliberation. Let our daughters take this rightful seats in our house in very next elections. Thank you, Jay.
TMC.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we are hearing poetry from the treasury benches, but we need prose in legislation. Do not let this bill become a symbol. Let's make it a change. The government says Nari Shakti, but fearlessly sends the ED and CBI after the women leaders who speak up. You talk of worshipping women, yet you condition their rights on a census that hasn't happened in over a decade. Don't just speak of Nari Shakti. Trust Nari Shakti. Give us the reservation immediately. Stop hiding behind the technicalities of delimitation. The women of India are watching. They can see the difference between a promise and a distraction.
BJP.
Yes, sir. It is unfortunate that even on such an historical day, the opposition chose to do politics of division. They speak of waiting, but for 27 long years, who let this bill lapse? Who told the copies of this bill on this very well of this house? It is this government who has been the political will to pass it. For those who say, quota within quota, I say, let us take the first giant step. Every woman watching today should know, your parliament believes in it. This is not about elite or non-elite. This is about ability, from the village school teacher to the fighter pilot. This is our victory, whether it is an Adivasi woman becoming a president or a village girl becoming a scientist. This government empowers all. Jai Hind.
Dr. Revati.
Speaker, sir, I thank you. As we celebrate this moment, I wish to bring a word of caution to this house. We have seen in Panchayat the phenomena of servant where the woman is elected, but the husband rules. If we pass this bill, we must also promise to end the culture of proxies. We need capacity building. We need to ensure that the woman who enters this house speaks with their voice, not the voice of their husband or father. But despite this fear, I support this bill because the only way to learn swimming is to jump into the water. Let the women enter, they will learn, they will eat, and they will come.
Mrs. Priya Sharma.
Honorable Speaker, I come from a small village where girls are told politics is not for you. Go to kitchen, they said. Manage the home, they said. But today I stand here because someone believed in me. This is not just a law. This is a message to every father who thinks his daughter is a burden. This bill will make sure that the next girl from my village won't need permission to dream. She won't just look Parliament on TV. She will know that a seat is waiting for her inside. One day, she might sit in this very chair as Speaker, as Prime Minister, as President.
Honorable Member, your words will be remembered long after today. The debate concludes that the Constitution 128th Amendment Bill 2023 be passed. Those in favour say aye. Aye. Those against say no. No. The ayes have it. The bill is passed.
When women raise, the nation soars. When democracy listens, it grows. When Parliament opens its heart, the world changes. Jai Hind, Jai Nari Shakti.
Those in favor, only 2 against.
History is rewritten by Murmu. On 21st September 2023, the Rajya Sabha passed the bill unanimously. On 20th
September, it received the President's assent. India had changed, not overnight, but forever. Implementation challenges. The actual implementation of the law has been delayed until after the next census and subsequent elimination exercise, a process that has been delayed the 2021 census is due to COVID-19 pandemic.
Mrs. Priya Sharma.
Honorable Speaker, I come from a small village where girls are told politics is not for you. Go to kitchen, they said. Manage the home, they said. But today I stand here because someone believed in me. This is not just a law, this is a message to every father who thinks his daughter is a burden. This bill will make sure that the next girl from my village won't need permission to dream. She won't just look Parliament on TV. She will know that a seat is waiting for her inside. One day, she might sit in this very chair as Speaker, as Prime Minister, as President.
Honorable member, your words will be remembered long after today. The debate concludes that the Constitution 128th Amendment Bill 2023 be passed. Those in favour say aye. Aye. Those against say no. No. The ayes have it. The bill is passed.
When women raise, the nation soars. When democracy listens, it grows. When Parliament opens its heart, the world changes. Jai Hind, Jai Nari Shakti.
Those in favor, only 2 against.
History is rewritten by Murmu. On 21st September 2023, the Rajya Sabha passed the bill unanimously. On 20th September, it received the President's assent. India had changed, not overnight, but forever. Implementation challenges. The actual implementation of the law has been delayed until after the next census and subsequent elimination exercise, a process that has been delayed the 2021 census is due to COVID-19 pandemic.
Just a show, it is just from your lesson, working of institutions. So we tried to experiment how a bill is passed in the house, and I took Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam as the topic for today because I want all the girls to excel in the coming future, and being led by one dynamic lady, Mrs. Parvati Madam. So I thought, like her, we all should be strong and lead the country in a better way than now. So I request Madam to reflect on this regard. Thank you.